All right. As far as the injuries go, Jarek McKinnon, we're going to hold him out. He's got a sore groin. He's been kind of battling the last couple of weeks. And then Willie Gay with a low back contusion, so he won't practice today. Getting better, but just won't practice today. Look forward to the challenge of playing the Dolphins. A real good football team, well coached, and good players. To add to the business side of it, Richie James his window has been open, so he can practice, and we'll just see how that goes. But anyways, back to the Dolphins, good football team, and look forward to that challenge. Look forward to going to Germany to play, and it's a unique situation. So, anyways, with that, time's yours.
Andy, how's Pat doing? Not just the flu, but the hand also.
Yeah, well, he's doing better. It's getting better, healing up. More contusions and scratches, cuts than anything.
And the flu is gone.
Flu's gone.
Is Willie Gay a candidate to go on IR?
No, I don't think so, but we'll see. I don't want to give you a yay or a nay, but he's making progress right now, which is a good thing. So I don't think it's that though. Yeah.
In terms of your wide receivers, what are you looking for over the second half of the season in terms of improvement from those guys?
Yeah. So listen, I mean, we're going to be okay there. We just keep getting better all the way along. It's not just a wide receiver thing; it's all of us. So. A week ago, we were saying how good they did. So we just keep the consistency going on the offensive side is what we need to do all the way around, not just the wide receivers.
Andy, in Travis's podcast, he alluded to guys who are running the wrong routes, guys not making blocks, guys dropping the football. It's been frustrating. Have you felt the frustration, kind of the way Travis was alluding to in his podcast that he said?
Yeah, well, listen, when you don't play well, I think all the guys were frustrated, and that's what's going to help make us better. So, you got to work through it, and that's what we're doing.
You guys had Tyreek for so long, and he did so many special things for you. Did you ever have anyone really figure out a way to stop him that you guys faced, and just talk about the challenge of what you guys have in front of you with him specifically in their entire life?
Yeah, listen, I mean, he's a great player. I mean, that's the bottom line. And, you might slow him down, but he was going to make plays somewhere. So, and that's what makes him the player he is. He's got speed, quickness, and he's smart. Yeah.
You see any differences in his game now from when you watch him on tape from when he was here?
No, he's pretty good.
Coach, I know when you have drops and you have turnovers, it's tough to get real deep on the play card, right? That slows you down. But only 8 carries for Isaiah Pacheco. I know you touched on this a little bit, but did you have an idea that you'd be able to run more? Would you like to have gotten more of the run in, or?
I think you kind of hit it. The rhythm of it, I think, allows you to do that as you go, and the numbers end up being better than what they were. On the other side of it, they threw it only 19 times there, and that those things happen depending on the rhythm, turnovers, and that was an unusual thing for us to turn the ball over like that. 3 in the first half, that's a tough deal.
Just to follow up real quick, I know you want to get better everywhere, but are you satisfied with the run blocking? I mean, is the line? I know you got 2 new tackles. I mean, is that still a work in progress? I mean, are you optimistic they can block the run better?
Sir, the thing I can give you is just all the way along, all of us on that side of the football, more consistent. That's what we need. So we've got some good things that we're doing, putting up a lot of yards and so on, and but getting into the end zone becomes important. Not turning the ball over, the basic fundamentals. We've got to take care of that, and so it's my responsibility to get that done. And we're working on it. We'll try to get ourselves better this week.
Coach, we'll get Skyy in a second here. I know year 2 can be tough for any player in the league. What maybe has held him back, and what gives you confidence that he's going to be productive by the end of the season?
Yeah, Skyy's doing well. We're rotating a lot of guys in there, so opportunities. I mentioned about the the one throw, you know, I think you guys probably all get that on your computers there, but you get that arm yanked down, it ends up being a one-arm catch. So, you know, he took a lot of heat for that. But for the most part, this guy's doing a heck of a job for us. So just keep him growing.
Coach, how important is routine and trying to find some normalcy this week when obviously it's been an unusual situation going to Germany
Yeah.
this weekend?
Yeah, so it's, you know, it's a road game. That's how you look at it, a long road game. So it's you got to travel a little bit. With that, you try as much as you can to keep the guys in routine. And with the help of all the people in the organization, we have that about down to where they can do that. With the exception that they've got to get some rest on that plane. So, and it's a nice big plane, comfy little things. They can do their thing there. So, you know, but you try to do that the best you can. We do the same thing on the road, try to do it, keep it consistent.
When you've gone over years past, what are some of the things that surprised you, that you had to deal with you didn't expect? Things you learned.
Yeah, it's noise. It's like the Super Bowl that way. It's constant noise. So it's not for one team or the other team. It's just, and it's normally loud. It's not just a buzz. So, and you listen to the soccer match that they have, and it's loud. It's very, very similar to that. So you've got to, you know, you got to make sure you're aware of that before you get there. You know, we've done everything. We've had people visit over there to check the fields and the hotels and all those things. So, and the people have been great from Germany on their hospitality with that. So, you know, we look forward to getting over there and just kind of settling in. I think as humans, we all like to get a little settled in, and so we'll do that with the couple days that we have.
You guys will have a little practice over there and some meeting with the media on Friday. Will your routine that you have on a Friday here, do you have to do other things that maybe aren't what you normally do?
It'll be the same practice. You know, we'll have the same practice schedule. And meetings before that. So try to keep that. It's just a little later in the day. And then there's some media obligations that a few of the guys are going to do. They get to work with some kids there. And those are all things they like to do and what they do in our community here. So, yeah.
Do you get to be normal though?
Yeah, well, you might be the first person that called me normal, so I'll take that as a compliment. Yeah, no, yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Coach, you guys brought Darius Harris back. Just how can he help you over the next couple games here?
Yeah, well, I mean, he was a good football player, and he can help on special teams. He knows the defense, so that part's good, yeah.
Couple more guys.
You mentioned scouting the site, and they've got a hybrid surface there in the field. How do you feel as far as comfort level and being able to get situated to it?
Yeah, so actually we had that when I was in Philadelphia, where they inject the artificial turf within the grass, and it worked fine. So, listen, that's football's huge here for us. Soccer's real big there, and they make sure those fields are nice. And so I don't think it'll be a problem at all. Yeah.
Is practicing that constant soccer crowd noise, is that something that y'all have to practice on?
Well, we do the music here, yeah. So we'll just keep it rolling for both sides.
Last two.
Coach, are you a guy that can sleep on a plane? I mean, are you going to be up working?
Yeah, going to London, I've stayed up for a while and then slept for a little bit. Yeah, yeah, I'm good with that though, as long as I can fit in the chair.
Last one.
Spank to see Deutsch, Ja, or Nein?
Yeah, yeah. I'm actually a quarter German, believe it or not, but I'm not sure what quarter though. All right. Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Omenihu.
Hello, everybody.
you excited to go to Germany?
I am. This is
Why?
gonna be fun. I mean, international games are always fun, and then the fans over on across the water, they love it. They eat it up, and then just another way of connecting with the people across.
But they don't know how to cheer for American football. They jump up and down constantly like in soccer. Does it take some getting used to?
I mean,
That constant
this is gonna be my third time, so I'm not really. It don't really bother me.
It didn't bother you.
What were the other times you went?
London and Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This matchup, obviously, with Miami's got a high-powered offense and all that. Some of the teams that had most success have been the teams that got to Tua, got into the ground. How big is that focus this week for you guys? I know it's focus every week, but how important is it to knock this offense off timing?
Yeah, I mean, their offense is big on rhythm. So when you give negative plays on first down, that kind of throw them off rhythm, in my opinion. So that's, I mean, with any offense that's like how they are, they're very big rhythm based. Get it out on time kind of deal. When you throw it off, I think that gives a chance for the defense to kind of dictate how things gonna go.
When you went to London, did the team go early in the week? Do you remember?
I think we did. Yeah, we were there for a week, I believe.
Yeah, you got a couple extra time zones to tour. You're going late in the week this week. I'm just wondering if you are concerned at all about sleep and having your body adjusted for Sunday.
I mean, not really. Your mind gotta be set on you have a job to do, regardless of if you go and be there for a week or if you're there for, I think we were 2 days for real. So, I mean, it don't really matter to me. My mindset is on Sunday, you gotta be ready to go regardless.
Is there anything to do with like maybe a body clock since when you start it's gonna be 8:30 a.m. local time? Is there anything to do with a body clock that makes a difference?
I don't sleep good anyway, so it don't matter for me. I'm be gassed up to play. It don't really matter for me.
Charles, is there much that you can tell from what McDaniels is doing in Miami that was similar to maybe what you saw during your brief time in San Francisco?
It's a little different. You know, I think in San Fran there's a lot more downhill. Still the zone concepts, but with Coach McDaniels, a lot of window dressing, a lot of speed. The guys over in San Fran are fast players too, but you got 3 of them boys is 4.2 plus. You know, like they're fast, and then 28 that's not even playing. Like they got 4 guys who they probably get 4x1 and beat anybody in the league. So it's a lot more outside runs, getting the boys in space. I think they're it's like a Madden kind of look to me. With San Fran, it was window dressing, but it was like downhill coming at you, and then a little bit of the outside zone stuff.
Charles, dating back to your time in Houston, you prepared for Tyreek Hill. I believe you guys played Hill when he was with the Chiefs. What goes into just the focus on containing him?
You just gotta play him. I mean, stay over the top. You know he's gonna go deep. You know he's gonna want to get to the edge. You know that he'll sometimes reverse field, try and get the extra yardage, and you just gotta bother him up. When he gets the ball in space, you track the hip and make the play.
What are you seeing out of Tua, out there?
Quick passes. Like I said, he's a rhythm timing type of guy. And then obviously he has 2 guys that can stretch the defense. But I think that's from college. That's how he was. Timing, accurate. For sure, he's an accurate player. And then he can throw the deep ball. He's a good quarterback, for sure.
Spags likes to blitz, and you guys like to jump up and bat down passes. Is that kind of aggression something that could really take Tua out of his rhythm?
Yeah, I mean, just for any quarterback, you know what I'm saying? When you get a bad pass or maybe get it from first down and be 2nd and 13, something like that, it can get any quarterback out of rhythm. So I'm pretty sure that we're going to have some. I don't think it's a game plan to bat ball. I think that's just instincts kind of deal.
Do to disrupt.
Yeah, but you want to take them out of rhythm and take them out of manageable downs so that they have to drop back and really just throw the ball.
I know you haven't been with this team for a long time, but do you feel something a little bit different this week after the disappointment from Sunday? Some more focus and stuff that how important this game is?
No, because that means that you weren't focused last week. So if you got to turn on and off, that's a problem. And I don't think that's in this organization's DNA. I think every week is handled the same. You handle it like every game's the Super Bowl. And you don't turn it on and off because you're playing against a different opponent. I think that's losing football, and I don't think that's what we got going on here.
Charles, we hear a lot about Joe Cohen. You've got a little time to work with him now. Why is he good? What are his strengths? What do you glean from him? Why has he been such a good defensive line coach?
I think Joe gets the most out of anybody that he has. I think he's the guy that pushes you. I think he strives for you to finish. And I mean, Joe wants guys who can play the run, set edges, and get after the quarterback. So he's if he sees that talent in you, he's gonna get it out of you. And if you have that, he's gonna maximize whatever's left or whatever you haven't tapped into.
Is it about lining you up, that kind of thing, or is he one of those guys that finds all the little ticks on film? This guy's a little off, or
I think it's just whatever your strengths are, honing into it. Me personally, I've lined up all across the board my career period, so that's something I've been doing. But I think with Joe, he finds ways for me to just finish better or approach things in this way. Just seeing things differently and adding it to my game. He's done that for everybody. So you definitely see for the guy that obviously I started a little later, but those guys have about to hit career highs. Mike and George. Sack numbers and been playing the run well. So, and Chris obviously does what he does. So,
Why do you think Mike has played so well this year, from your perspective, Charles?
he understands himself as a rusher. He plays to his strengths, and he's a guy that finishes. When the opportunity is there, he finishes, and he's made the plays that came to him, and then he wins his one-on-ones when it's his opportunity to.
You say you guys have an even keel, but is there a sense of urgency with this game? You feel it every week, I get it, but is this game a little more important because it's an AFC rival?
Me personally, I take every game the same way. Like I said, if you get up for one game and then you like whatever for the next game, you're not as focused. So for my feeling, this organization is not like that. I don't think any of the players here are like that. Obviously, this is a opponent that is a very good team, very good offense, a lot of star power, cool, but you still got to take every opponent the same way.
Charles, you know any German?
Huh?
You know any German?
No, I do not. And I was gonna go out here and pretend like I do, but for the entertainment of y'all and whoever's gonna be listening and watching, but I have none at all.
You know anything about? What do you know about Germany before you get over there?
What do I know about Germany? Shit. They used to be. I think they was good at soccer. Didn't they win the World Cup? Yeah. So, they nice at soccer. Yeah.
Last one. Anybody?
German food? You got anything here?
No, I've never had German food. I've been to Frankfurt, but it was so long ago that my memory is a little jaded. But it should be a good experience. You know what I'm saying? Hope to see y'all. Chiefs, y'all do y'all pull up, y'all do y'all thing. Appreciate y'all.
Thanks,
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Drue Tranquill. Are you packed and ready to go?
I'm going to pack tonight. My wife's going to help me. Her mother came in town, my mother-in-law, can help us with the kids, going to help me get my suitcase packed, my outfits, and we'll be off and rolling.
So what do you got to take when you go to a place like Germany?
I don't know, I've never been, but my wife's dad, my father-in-law, is from Belgium, so he's got a little Europe background in the family, so I'll have to call him and ask.
What do you know about Frankfurt, Germany in general? What do you know?
I don't know too much, and I'm really excited to find out.
You know about Tyreek Hill a lot.
He's very fast.
Yeah, you chased him around a bit.
Yeah.
Just go back into your little memory there and just the matchups battling, going up against him, and what did you learn and what can you take from that you can put into this game?
He's really fast. He's really good after the catch. You got to take good angles. He's a great competitor, and at any given moment, we had a play last year where we were playing really well, playing good defense against the Dolphins. We force a fumble, the ball's like in the pile, it shoots out, and Tyreek, literally, we blink our eyes and he took it 75 to the house. It's like, man, you have a play where you force a turnover and then this guy creates. And so it's just like that for 4 quarters or however long it goes.
Drew, do you feel like he's a different player in any way than he was when he was playing for the Chiefs, when you used to play against him then?
I mean, I'm sure they're finding creative ways to use him with motions in. There's this like out motion thing that's become a popular thing in the NFL, but man, he's still the same fast, elusive Tyreek Hill that I remember.
What's the best way to get to Tua?
Well, he gets the ball out quick. He's good with his decision making. I think it's going to be a rush and coverage working together. Like if we just give him quick rhythm throws, the D-line's never going to have a chance to get there. He's got one of the quickest releases in the NFL, just statistically. And so we're going to have good coverage on the back end and make it a one-dimensional game. If they're allowed to run the ball and set up their play actions, it's going to be tough. But if we can get ahead, if we can get 3 and outs, get Pat the ball, and create a one-dimensional game where he's got to drop back, we'll have a better shot.
Sure, you guys started the season probably with one of the deeper linebacker rooms in the league, and now it's really getting tested. How do you feel like you guys can hold up, especially since you're going to be the guy calling these plays?
Yeah, I think we can hold up well. I think we got great personnel in that room. I think we've got a great leader in Coach Brendan Daly, and I think they do a great job of putting us in good positions. And obviously, we're deep in that room. We've got good experience, and so as guys heal, we're going to have other guys step up, and we'll certainly continue to do that.
Drew, I know the culture of this team is not one that the offense is mad at the defense is mad at the offense, right? The offense had a tough day, we know it, they turned the ball over. But just the frustration, it looked like Pat even had a moment where he ran into Donovan and went down and you kind of saw his head slump and kind of tossed the ball. Like when you keep having to go back out there, right? Is there do you have to pick yourself up? Is there one guy on the team that's kind of tries to get everybody back up, or does it eventually, the way it just kept going wrong for you against Denver, does it eventually wear everybody down and you kind of see guys start hanging their heads?
Yeah, I don't know. As a player, I think you see it more as like an opportunity. Man, we got to win this game on defense today. Like, it's not going the right way. And there's moments like that when the offense is like, man, our defense is struggling. We got to win the game on offense. And so it's a cool thing about football. It's a team game. And so like week to week, you have to win games differently. Weather elements can play a factor in that. And so we saw it as a challenge, as an opportunity. We obviously started in some unfavorable, field positions, but I don't know. At least me personally, I see it like, man, like let's be the reason today, like we win the game.
Have you traveled and played in an international game before?
I did Mexico City my rookie year.
What is the travel isn't as long as it will be to Frankfurt, but have you found a way to kind of not let tiredness and the long travel get to you? I mean, drinking green tea or doing something. Is there something you do when travel is a major part of the trip?
I mean, I think there's obviously factors that like dehydration and sleep will be critical, but like I said, I've never, flown overseas this way, and so it'll be new to me. It's going to be new to a lot of our guys, and it's just a part of our job. We're pro athletes. We got to find a way. And I don't think we're going to have an issue being juiced up and ready to go this Sunday.
Drew, when your quarterback's not feeling 100% and reportedly had the flu, what does it mean to you and some of your teammates to see him out there battle like that and still try to push his way through to help you guys win?
Well, I think it just speaks to Pat's character. I mean, he's a competitor. He wants to be the best, wants to be the greatest. And, you see that each and every Sunday. He's going to do everything he can to be out there.
And when you go to Germany, is there anything you got on the checklist that you want to try or do?
Well, like I mentioned, my father-in-law, who's from Belgium, he lives in Croatia now, but he's going to be out there. I'll get to see him, and hopefully he'll take me to a good restaurant or something.
Drew, I'm not trying to get you in trouble here, but from my perspective, I have no idea what's holding and not holding on receivers, what's pass interference and what isn't. It seems very arbitrary from game to game. I know Andy's talked about the team scouts the officials, so you kind of know, hey, they call this, they call that. How accurate is the scouting report on them for what you see end up playing? Like I said, from my vantage point, it seems very arbitrary. Well, no matter what team's playing, do you feel like you go in, you got a pretty good read on what they are? Does that end up being accurate, or does every game look to you like it looks to me? Like, I don't know what they're calling.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it varies crew to crew. Like sometimes crews emphasize offensive holding, sometimes crews emphasize illegal man downfield. I think it too is a week to week thing. Like, the media gets up in arms about a certain call in a game, and then the NFL is going to emphasize that and put that on their officials' tape. So I think it varies. There's ebbs and flows. They got a tough job, and we got a tough job too as players. And so at the end of the day, everyone wants to win. The officials want to get it right. We as players want to get it right, and it's just a tough deal.
Have you ever been burned in your career because you didn't want to hit a quarterback, even though he might be scrambling, you didn't want to hit him because he's a quarterback? Have you ever been burned by that?
I don't know that I've ever encountered that. No, I think I might have had one where I landed on him too hard and I got, a sack or, a TFL taken away, but not that I can recall.
Drew, looking at Tua, does it change your preparation at all defensively when you're facing a left-handed quarterback, or does it not matter that much?
I mean, they'll just have offensive tendencies. Maybe their boot game is switched one way. They like to go to our right instead of our left, which we see on a typical week. But, certainly like when you're mirroring the quarterback's hand, like I'm not going to be using my left hand. I'm going to be using, my right hand. And so just small things like that.
Last one.
Drew, with a player like Tyreek that has the speed that he does, do you ever get used to it on the field, or is it just kind of jarring from time to time?
Yeah, I don't know that you get used to it. You got, like I said, it's you might have good angles for 2 quarters, and then you take a bad angle, and he cuts back and reverses field, and you got a big play on your hands. And so it's, when a guy runs 4.2 or whatever he runs, and it's not just him. They've got Jalen Waddle, they got Raheem Mostert, they've got all types of speed. So it's gonna be a challenge. It's gonna be fun though.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Thank you. Excited to go to.
Are there areas, specific areas improvement you're looking for from yourself over the second half of the season?
Yeah, just do a better job of finishing the opportunities that I get. Just when they come, just make the play.
How much were you affected on that pass into the end zone the other day in Denver by the defensive guy? How much of a grab was that?
It was a grab, but it was you get grabbed every play, so I'm expected to make that catch. I know that, but on to the next play.
Skyy, Travis Kelce in his podcast, just want to read something to you. He said, "This stuff is frustrating, not putting up touchdowns week after week. It's getting old. Guys running the wrong routes, guys not making blocks, guys dropping the football. It's frustrating." How would you just assess with not only what Travis is saying, but just as you guys as a whole, with what's going on?
Yeah, that's just like just an echo of the locker room. We all feel like that. We feel like we're not our usual self at the moment, and we're working every day to get back on track.
How do you try to fix that halfway through a season where you feel like maybe you would have some things on track that may not be on track where you want it?
Just getting back to the basics and keep coming into work there every day. At the end of the day, we know we're a good football team. We just gotta we gotta fix up the little details that we know we'll need in the long run.
Skyy, you guys run through like 5, 6, 7 receivers a game in and out and such. Just how much does that add to the challenge of like staying in a rhythm and getting something going in your own experience?
I really don't see it as a challenge. We're hitting everybody's getting in. It's 7 totally different receivers, so new weapons each play.
Are you excited to go to Germany?
Yes, I am. I've never been out the country, so this will be my first time.
What are you anticipating, whether it's the fans and the way they cheer like soccer games, or the long flyover, how you handle that, so the fatigue doesn't set in? What are some of the things you've been told about that you're kind of anticipating?
Really, for me, it's just like the plane ride, just getting over there and being able to stay hydrated, stay basically in shape, ready to play a football game.
Can you sleep on a plane sitting up?
Yeah, I can sleep anywhere.
You can sleep anywhere?
Yeah.
Have you been learning any German?
Nah.
How are you going to pack for this trip? Drue said he's got an uncle from Europe helping him how to dress.
Yeah.
You're representing the United States. How are you packing for this?
I'm not going to treat it any different. It's at the end of the day, it's a business trip, so I'm gonna pack what I need and do my job when I get over there.
Skyy, general thoughts on what you've seen for the Dolphins defense when you're looking at them?
Yeah, they got a lot of good players. We know it's going to be a dogfight.
Jalen Ramsey's out there now.
Yeah.
Just, you've seen him around forever, so what do you think about challenging one of these?
It's a great challenge, for us to get out there and go against good competition in a game that really means something.
To get the bad taste out of your mouth from the last game, does this game come quick enough?
It never does. When you put a performance like that out, but we'll be ready for it when it does.
You said that there's been a lot of communication in the locker room. How do you anticipate the offense to respond after some of the things that just happened last week, generally speaking?
I would expect us to come out firing on all cylinders. I feel like every position group knows what they have to do, and we're gonna hone in onto the details and get the job done.
Skyy, what's your level of satisfaction with how you performed this season overall?
Never really satisfied. I'd say definitely, like I said, there's more that I can get from my opportunities, and just looking to build on that the rest of the season.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.